Henry VIII was born at Greenwich Palace in 1491, the third child of Henry VII and Elizabeth of York. In 1502, Henry's brother, Prince Arthur, died after being married to Catherine of Aragon for just 20 weeks, making 10-year-old Henry the new Prince of Wales. As an attempt to improve relations between England and Spain, King Henry VII offered his second son, Henry VIII, to marry his other son's widow, Catherine of Aragon. For Henry to marry Catherine, he needed special dispensation from the Pope. Catherine swore she never consummated the marriage with Arthur, so divorce should be attainable. After much deliberation, Pope Julius II finally granted dispensation for Henry and Catherine to marry. 14 months after Catherine was married to Arthur, she was now married to his brother. In 1509, King Henry VII died, and the throne was turned over to his 17-year-old son, Henry VIII. 2 days after his coronation, Henry arrested 2 of his father's most unpopular ministers, charged them with high treason, and sentenced them to execution in 1510. Execution became a popular tool for Henry VIII, as he executed more than 72,000 people during his reign as king. In 1516, Catherine bore Henry's first child to survive past infancy, a daughter named Mary. Not being able to produce a male heir to the throne proved to be a significant problem for Catherine in the future. While all this was going on, Henry was becoming very upset with the Catholic Church and the Pope. He was upset with the Pope's favoritism towards Italians over the English, and also did not like the archaic Catholic divorce rules, making it difficult to divorce. As a result, Henry decided to dissolve all the monasteries in his country and started the National Church of England. Henry became more and more impatient with his wife's inability to bear him a son and started falling in love with another woman, Anne Boleyn. Anne married Henry and was Queen of England for 3 years, but her time as queen can be summed up by the following.
Oh, look at me. I eat and eat and eat, and I never get any thinner.
Well, there's more of you to worship, O sire.
Oh, what dare to flatter a king?
Anne Boleyn, loyal subject, big fan.
Yoink!
Where are you taking me?
Marriage counselor. We came here to talk about our problems.
Fine. I want to marry Anne Boleyn, but I can't chop my wife's head off.
I'm afraid marriage takes a lot of hard work. And who needs that?
Sweetie, sometimes a daddy and a mommy decide to live apart. It's not your fault. It's just that you came out the wrong sex and ruined everything.
So grow a penis or get lost.
I can't.
And by the power vested in me, I pronounce you king and trophy queen. Amen.
Henry, sorry I bore you a daughter.
Oh, stop, Anne. I'll love her as much as I love you.
Less than 24 hours after Anne's execution, Henry was engaged to Jane Seymour. Jane bore Henry his only son, Edward, and for that, Henry considers Jane his only true wife. Unfortunately for Henry and Jane, Jane died while giving birth to Edward. At this point in his life, Henry had become morbidly obese. Still without a wife, Henry decided to marry for political reasons by allying with the Duke of Cleves and marrying his daughter, Anne. When Anne arrived in England to be with her new husband, he found her so unattractive that he wanted to annul the marriage immediately. Henry refused to consummate the marriage, and it was later annulled. Shortly after his annulment from Anne, Henry married Catherine Howard, the first cousin of his second wife, Anne Boleyn. Henry was very happy with his marriage to Catherine until he learned that she had been unfaithful, and then he had her beheaded. In 1543, Henry married his final wife, Catherine Parr. By this time in his life, Henry VIII was extremely obese and unhealthy. In 1547, Henry VIII died at the age of 55. King Henry VIII will always be known for his 6 wives and his lavish spending habits. When he died, he had 55 palaces and had hung over 2,000 tapestries. Despite the popular reasons why he is still remembered today, Henry VIII was actually a quite important political figure in England, especially considering his role in the creation of the English National Church. No matter what your personal opinion of Henry VIII may be, there is no doubt that he will always be remembered.